Okay, so you guys asked if I start at number 13.
Really quickly.
That is a very good one to start at because there is a trick in here. Probably most people got this wrong even though they might have thought that they got it right.
Don't worry, I didn't get it right.
Because obviously the first thing that you notice is the top one is flipped around backwards, right? So you have to flip it around so it's the right way. So I want this to start with,
So it's a negative.
right, I want this to start with x squared. But I don't want it to be negative x squared because I don't know how to do any factoring with a negative x squared. So Forrest, I'm going to change that negative x squared to be a positive x squared. But if I do that, then I have to change this negative x to be a positive x. And I can change the positive 12 to be a negative 12, okay? Now, I can't just do that, okay? I wish I could because then I could take all my credit card debt and just say instead of it being negative, I'm just going to make it positive and now you owe me money. But I can't. If I change the sign of everything, what have I done? Multiplied by -1. So I have to have a -1 on there. And hopefully now you can see if I distributed this -1, -1 times x squared is what? Negative x squared, which is what I started with. -1 times x is negative x, and -1 times -12 is positive 12. So this thing that I have on the top is exactly the same as what I started with. I just wrote it in a different way. And again, the reason I did that is because now I can factor it. Okay, so we'll find out in a minute. So if I'm going to factor this top thing, it goes x and x. I need two numbers to multiply. And which one's positive and which is negative? The middle one is positive. So that means the bigger number that you said to me has to be positive. Katie, Taylor doesn't understand how you got 4 and 3.
Because you have to multiply two numbers to get -12, and you add two numbers to get x out of 1.
As 1. But, and if you always forget, you can always just boil the two numbers that you have and make sure that it works.
Right. So you can check your work on it. So you can guess.
I didn't know how to do it with the x there.
What?
I didn't know how to do it when it was just x and not another number.
Oh, well there's always assumed to be a 1 in front of it. Okay? Alright, so then same game on the bottom. What?
-5 and -3.
-5 and -3. Okay?
You're welcome.
Okay, so now that we have the top and the bottom factored, what can we do?
Cancel out x minus 3.
Okay, and that leaves me with -x plus 4 over x minus 5. And if you wanted to, you could distribute that negative through and make it -x minus 4.
What does the book have?
What does the book have?
No,
The book has negative out in front. Right, they're being jerks and saying, haha, which one's negative?
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah. Okay, then it also says something about stating restrictions on the variable, and we didn't really talk about that yesterday, but this relates directly to what we were doing last week with the discontinuities. If you look at this original thing right here before I canceled anything, what values of x are not allowed in this problem?
3 and negative.
3 and positive 5. Why? Right, because that would make us have a 0 on the bottom. It's the exact same thing, which we can't have. So this is the solution, and then it says state the restrictions on the variable. The restrictions are x can't equal 3 and x can't equal.
Wait, just for clarity.
You're supposed to do it for all.
Can we just ignore it this time?
That was so delicious. It's like warm in my tummy and it tasted good. What?
What was it?
It was like ground beef and dill and egg and onion.
And salt.
And
Hey,
salt.
can we like not do the...
Like it sounded delicious until you said onion.
Okay. Because if I plug in 3 right here for x, 3 minus 3 is 0. If I plug in 3 for x here, 3 minus 5 is -2, right? 0 times -2 is 0, and I can't have 0 on the bottom. I can't divide by 0. Okay? And the same thing is true with the 5, but opposite. Yeah? You and I can chat about that. Yeah, I think from here we're just going to run the table now.
Is that just water?
What the heck?
That's so stupid. Emily, is that yours? Where did you get that from? Your mom's so weird.
That's water.
Okay, I think the easiest way to do 14. You guys are awfully chatty today for being such a. No, you don't, actually. You might think you do, but it'd be way better if you just sat quietly and listened to learn. You're going to cross cancel.
That's what I meant.
Okay? You're going to cross cancel. So I'm going to look at this and I'm going to go this y and this y cancel. All right?
X squared and x4.
Okay, x squared reduces this to be an x squared also because it cancels out
And
2
4
of
and
That makes
them.
it a 3.
And then the 4 and the 12 become a 3. And is there anything else left that I can do?
No.
Okay, so then my final answer for this is a 7 on top.
Like,
5 times 3 is 15 on the bottom, and we had an x squared left. Okay?
too
Now,
easy.
once again, what are the restrictions on the variables?
No.
0.
Right, both 0. X can't equal 0, and y can't equal 0. Because in either case, if I plugged in 0 for those variables, I would get 0 on the bottom of a fraction, and I can't.
Why is y 0? There's no
Because, no, there was before I canceled, though, and you need to deal with it before you do the canceling. Okay? We could have done that the very first thing. Yeah, you're right.
How do we do 15
Is that
now?
just what we do for the next
Yep, same thing for the next
Yeah,
one.
but I don't
So we're just going to cross cancel.
Yeah, me too. Because they don't like go all wide. Yeah, maybe that's just
I feel bad because they're awkward.
All right. So the first thing that might be beneficial for us to do with this one, maybe we just simplify the whole thing. Because we got that y to the -2 there, which is kind of freaking me out. Yeah, so we have to take this y to the -2 and flip it onto the top. So I need to rewrite this as 2x to the 4th y squared over 10 times 5y cubed over 4x cubed. Okay?
Wait. So you just divide it by -1?
Nope.
So get
I
rid of the
used,
x.
hold on. Because we're still trying to understand how I got from the first step to the second step.
You just
Okay?
split up the negative.
Right, but 4 said that I divide by -1, so I'm trying to answer this question. Okay? No, the rules are negative exponents are that if you have a negative exponent on the bottom, move it up to the top and make it positive.
No.
Okay? So instead of having y to the -2 on the bottom, I have y to the +2 on the top.
Alright.
Okay? And I could do the same thing if I wanted to be weird. I could take this x to the 4th and move it to the bottom and make it an x to the -4th. So you need to be able to move those back and forth with facility, especially once you get into calculus. Katie?
Now, if there was a negative exponent on top, do you switch it?
Yes, you move it to the bottom and make it positive. Okay? All right, now let's cross cancel like we did with. Hey, please don't do that.
Oh my god.
Okay? There's so many reasons why that's frustrating. Okay? Don't do that. What kind of canceling can I do?
The x's.
Okay, the x's, I can cancel all 3 of those, and what will I have left on the top? Just an x. Okay? What about the numbers?
Reduce into.
Wait.
The 2 reduces with what?
4.
The 4.
So it's 1 and 2.
Okay, so make that into a 2.
The 5 and the 10.
And then the 5 and the 10, that 5 is gone, and this is now a 2. Okay?
Can you not do anything to the y?
No, because they're both on top, and you have to cancel top and bottom.
Can we multiply them?
Okay? What is, the x is obviously just an x. Yeah, what is y squared times y to the 3rd? Y to the 5th. Good. And 2 times 2 is
4.
Okay?
So the restrictions are.
Okay, so for the restrictions, I need to go back to the very original problem.
Is it 0 and 0 again?
No. X cannot equal what? 0, because if I plug in 0 here, then I'll get 0 on the bottom. But Y can be anything it wants, because it's actually on top. Okay? What?
Infinitely many.
There's no restriction. Yeah, there's no restriction that we need to put on
Do we
the...
say that or do we say no restriction? What would we write?
I would just write X cannot equal 0 and leave Y out altogether. What?
How did the 10 go to a 2?
Okay, I'm not going to answer that because you were sitting there having a conversation with Emily the whole time I was doing this problem, and I decided not to say anything about it because I assumed you must have already got this one right. But obviously you didn't, so pay better attention next time. All right, number 16.
People in Romania heard that.
Yeah, if we get somebody from Romania that watches another one, then that's when things start to get weird. Like, obviously what happened there is somebody typed in something and that came up and they watched it for about 2 minutes and went,
That's a long time.
okay, that's
Yeah,
done.
they're gonna hear you.
They're gonna hear us.
And they're going to hear you too.
Then they're gonna hack you.
Yeah, but
I think it's like a soap
they're
opera to
gonna
them.
listen to this and they're gonna be like, they're
Yes, we are talking about you, Romania. The truth comes out. We don't like Romanians very much in this country.
Oh my god.
Let's start World War II here, or 3. Okay, I'm a math teacher.
Now
what
let's
do you
hope
want?
Mr. Hall's
Okay. What can I factor out of 8y minus 4? These always freak you out and they're really easy.
Nothing.
Okay, 4.
I mean,
a negative.
4 times what is going to be 8y? 2y.
why?
Okay, 4 times what is 4? 1. Okay. What can I factor out of this here? 5. And what will be left? 2y minus 1. What a quickie times. What can I factor out of this? 5. What will be left?
1y minus 3.
1y minus 3. What can I factor out of this? 3. Y minus 3. All right. Now let the fun begin. What would you like to cancel, Katie?
Y minus 3.
Good call.
And the other 2.
Okay, let's do that too. And what else?
Oh, the 5.
And the 5s, yeah. All right, so final answer,
4 over 3.
4 over 3.
Okay, that was really easy.
It usually
I
is.
heart.
I don't think it's me.
Oh no, they see it.
That's their.
That's part of the video.
What kind of restrictions do you want on the variables? What? Nothing? Good job. What? Y cannot equal 3 because of this y minus 3. And remember, inside the parentheses, you just have to switch it around.
Wait, I thought you were doing it at the beginning though.
I am doing it at the
No,
beginning.
the first one.
This is the beginning because I haven't canceled anything yet. So that right there is the same as that. Okay? What can y not equal based on this little thing right here?
0.5.
What?
I thought it was 5.
0.5 or 1/2.
Because
Oh, there's a 2 in
I said it
there.
like
Oh, okay,
that.
there's a 2 in there.
Wait, why'd you glare at me the first
even
time?
I knew that one.
Because I thought you said -5, and I was trying to figure out how in the world you got -5 out of that. But you said 0.5, not -5. Okay. The Romanians bomb us.
They
What, with the little computer jets they have?
Yeah.
Please don't put this one online.
No, this has to go online because there's like 10 people that are gone.
That's true. They're gonna be like, why are you
Yeah,
talking
because
about
Andrea and
that?
Lane are really dumb.
Yeah, they really will get on.
We have to say something really sketchy.
I don't think you do have to say.
You know what
Now
would
they
be really
know
mean
you're
is if you just did one super wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we do.
Now they're, I
If we
think I
don't
want
get
to
fake
finish.
stack.
I want Emily's water. Emily, can I have your water?
We cannot.
Will you bring me one tomorrow?
Okay, so get us started on this one.
Cancel that.
Can you?
Whoa, no canceling
Can
yet.
you-
We haven't factored anything.
can you
yet.
Factor out 2 from the
I
left
can't.
side.
On this?
Yeah.
2, so then it's
So
x
you can't do anything,
plus
but I think actually.
6.
Mhm.
Oh, I did so good.
Okay, you are. All right. What can you factor out the
3.
bottom? Okay, and then it's
X minus 3.
nice.
You're
Okay.
impressive, Taylor.
All right, you've got her now. What do you
Get a
factor
2
out of
out of
this?
there.
All right.
3 minus
3
2.
minus
1x.
But wait, we just flip it.
Yeah, we will in a
And
second.
then,
That stays the same.
Yeah, that stays the same because there's nothing that goes into 3 and 8 even. Okay?
When did we almost already start?
So that's our thing factored. So I don't have much canceling I can do here.
Wait, what about the 3 minus
But
x
if
and
you
the x
flip it-
minus 3?
What about it? If
can
I
you
flip
cross
it,
them?
so if I make this a -2, then I can change this into x minus 3.
And those are gone.
Okay? And then that allows me to cancel this and this.
Well, don't you have to flip the bottom one too though?
No, because then they would still be opposite of each other. That's silly. I only want to
I
flip
understand
one
that.
so that they match. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So -4, because of the
Oh, yeah,
flipping
see.
thing, it has to be negative, times x plus 6 over 3 times 3x plus 8.
So -4
Uh,
times x plus 2.
Yep, and what are the restrictions on x? This one should be easy.
2.5.
That one should be easy, can't be 3. How do I solve that? If I set 3x plus 8 equal to 0, what do I have to do?
Is it like 2 and a...
Just give me the fraction. 3x plus 8 equals 0, what do you do first?
It has to be times by a negative fraction.
Okay, come on now,
I'm
kids.
confused.
You're just trying to guess and check here, and that's not the way to solve
8
an
over 3,
algebraic
I already said that.
Yeah, it's
Right, good.
I've said that like 8 times.
Who did?
Taylor.
I never listened to you.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what?
Subtract 8, divide by 3, if you're solving this for x.
It's gonna be a brand.
I'm confused. 3...
Also, right over here.
Okay? Which number was that?
It was 18.
Now
Oh,
we're
you didn't know what
That
I
was
was
17?
Yeah.
It can't be what?
Well,
I'm really scared for this next quiz that we're going to take on this.
well, if I have that.
Really?
Yeah, this is really random stuff.
Yep.
Cancel the X.
No,
wait,
you can't do anything.
Wait, factor.
Okay, when do we start fast?
not yet. Hasn't been
Right away.
No,
Very-
that's not what I'm asking.
What?
I'm asking when did all of a sudden start?
She's like, what problem?
Like yesterday?
Okay, so you have to factor out the bottom one.
So x,
Oh.
why wouldn't I?
Okay, so x squared minus 4 factors into what?
Okay, I think I did this wrong.
Close. X plus 2 and x minus 2.
Hey, is this like the difference of 2 squares?
It is like the difference of 2 squares. It's like the difference between you and Mackenzie. X squared minus 1 factors into what?
I don't know, hold on, let me think.
X plus 1 is minus.
X plus
Oh my
1, x
gosh,
minus.
Mary.
Okay, and then x squared plus 2x, that's a little bit different, good.
Just factor it.
I just factor out the single
So then
x.
it's x plus 2.
Right.
Oh, I
Okay?
did it.
And then what might be a good idea is before we start canceling, it's right in front of us, we can put the restrictions on the variable right now. Because of x plus 1, x can't equal
Negative 1.
-1, x can't equal 1, x can't equal 0, and x can't equal -2. Okay? So those are the restrictions on the variable. Okay, who's got some canceling for me?
2.
Negative-
X plus 2.
X plus 2 and x plus 2 cancel. X plus 1 and x plus 1 cancel.
So x minus 2 over x.
So it's x minus 2 over x times x minus 1. Good.
X minus
You
2
divide the
over
x.
X is it plus 1 or minus 1?
Minus 1.
Oh, I forgot about it.
Okay, so same deal as before.
Then we 6 and 1, so, oh, we'll factor it.
So this is x and 6
X minus
and,
6
okay.
and x plus 1.
And again, the easy way to think about that is since I have a negative in the middle term, the bigger number has to be
Let's do
negative.
the bottom.
Okay, let's do the bottom. Let's do the
X
bottom.
plus 2 and x minus 2.
X plus 2 and x minus 2, because that's the difference of 2 squares.
I think I'm off by 1 on all of them.
On top,
Isn't it x plus 2 and x plus 1?
all of it, just get rid of it. X plus 2 and x plus 1, because 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 plus 1 is 3. They're root.
So X minus.
No, it hits us 1 already.
X minus
3.
3 and x plus 1. Okay, so right from the beginning then, the restrictions on the variables are,
2.
yeah.
That multiplied to be negative 6, the x minus 6 times x.
Oh yeah, you're
So it
right.
has to be x minus
Nice
6.
catch. Okay, this is incorrect because negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5, but negative 6 times 1 is negative 6, and we want a positive 6, so that is incorrect. What, Amby? Okay, good. So we have to go x minus 3 and x minus 2, because negative 2 plus negative 3 is negative 5. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. Thank you, Jefferson. Okay, so back to the restrictions. X plus 2 means x can't equal negative 2,
Or positive 2.
positive 2,
Or positive 3. Or
or
negative
negative 1. Okay, and so now the fun canceling part.
X minus 3.
Are we still allowed to do like the plus or minus
X plus 2. X plus 1. Oh, they all cancel.
Holy smokes, they all cancel.
So no solution?
X equals
No,
1.
1.
This is kind of like
So that whole thing, actually, if you put any value in there for x into this problem right here, you'll get 1. Okay, as crazy as that sounds. All right, pass it forward, please.